My name is Robert C. Goodwin. I'm the In-Residence Programs Manager at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival in the Education Department. The Living Ideas Art and Community Dialogue Series is a program that allows community members to engage with the festival and the themes and issues from the stage in a very in-depth way. It connects community with issues that link everyday experiences nationally, internationally, and even regionally. So it's an opportunity for the festival to connect not only to its normal patron base, but also to the community at large to deal with issues of the day. It was an initiative that the artistic director, Bill Roush, our artistic director here at the festival, was very passionate about, and the education department, I should say, took it on. Sweat was the best insertion point for the program because it dealt with issues of job loss, issues of class and race challenges once jobs go away, and ideas of what happens to the community when folk have to really deal with survival, and can you keep connection. So it was actually a great kind of test for the program. Lynn is just known for being a very researched playwright, someone who goes and does really hardcore primary research in whatever area or environment that her play is going to be set in. And so she took a trip to Reading, Pennsylvania once the idea came to look at the poorest city in America by that year's census, so that group in census. She went to Reading and checked it out. Well, Sweat is about the loss of industry and what happens to a group of friends when that factory that they've worked in for 20 plus years, and some of them their families have worked in, leaves in a very kind of abrupt and lack of an incompassionate kind of way, and it causes a lot of tension and it causes a lot of conflict. And so what Sweat does is really set for a program like the Living Ideas Art and Community Dialogue Series. It sets, kind of a plate to, to kind of, digest what happens if in real life when that happens, and then what are the issues that, were a part of the loss of the timber industry here in Oregon. How did that, juxtapose relationships between people and families who've been here for, years working in that industry and immigrant populations? And that was a hardcore kind of challenge that happened during that time. And what happens when, people then have to see, who are very used to having a smooth economic life, they didn't have to worry necessarily about many monetary issues, then have to adjust. What happens when human beings have to adjust? And I think really that's what Sweat kind of sets in conversation, much less what it then asks the program to kind of get into this, so you can understand what kind of depth and breadth we can get into in the dialogue series. The basis of our outreach this year is a partnership with the Jackson County Library System. So we are going via the library system to do a number of programs in September. There's a documentary and dialogue program that'll be dually on campus here at OSF, but also conversation projects that will happen in Medford and Ashland. So we're trying to set the library as the skeleton out into the Rogue Valley and beyond, because the libraries are, great kind of meeting places and always have been, and they're resources for community partners and collaborators. I think the program interpersonally will engage. It'll allow people to participate in a different way. We have people who come here to the Oregon Shakespeare Festival who are longtime members. We have people who know the value. This program allows people, just at a very primary level, to come up the hill and down the hill. We're built on a hill. If you don't know, you haven't seen beautiful Ashland, we're built on a hill. And the beautiful thing about this program is it allows an interconnection, a way to kind of meld people, to connect people, and have them talk about issues that they may not talk about, and to groups of folk that they may not ever have gotten a chance and an opportunity to talk with. So I think that's the beautiful thing, that it allows us to broaden out the work in a very specific way, and it allows that exchange of people from the the north, all the way up to the top of the Northwest, all the way down the seaboard, and maybe even nationally and internationally, especially with the digital efforts that we're going to kind of start putting into the series. We'll be able to even broaden further. Sometimes these issues can be off-putting, or the opportunities to kind of talk to people about issues like this can be off-putting, but it's exactly the opportunity via story, via program, to kind of connect and be able to really do deep dives and get to know people. Really, it's that basic human connection that I think we're going to be able to mine, and that I'm very excited about mining. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that people will come up the hill and we'll come down the hill, and we'll meet somewhere in the center.